Hello, thank you for tuning in we've got 2-for-1 episode here. Welcome to my house. This is AC, if you're watching this on the House of AC channel. But also, you're probably watching this on Agent Upgrade with Alan and Jasmine. I'm split personality. I'm AC one, and I'm Alan on the other. But my co-host, if you don't know, Jasmine and I at Jasmine Mortgage Team, if you want to follow her, she's my co-host on the Agent Upgrade, right? We've been doing, I think we're up to like 30 episodes now, Jasmine.
Yeah. I think our goal was just to not quit at 15 because I think we read somewhere that everybody quits at episode 15. So we're like, no, we're going to stick this thing out.
Yes. We've doubled our minimum that we were going to give ourselves.
Permission to play.
So if you're a real estate agent Upgrade, that podcast is specifically Jasmine and I talking about upgrading your agent business. And this episode today is for that listener, but also for primary residence buyers, which I have a lot of following on the House of AC of people looking to buy their first home, maybe their second home. And I wanted to combine these two episodes because I felt like the content you're going to share is universal across these two audiences. And we're going to talk about interesting new products, changes to some mortgage loan products. I always say that you're only as good as the tools in your tool belt, and the different tools, financing tools you have are really going to allow your client or yourself to grow their real estate business. And so I want to hear sort of what Jasmine team's got going on. So if we want to jump into that, that'd be great.
Sounds good. Yeah, I think that something that a lot of real estate agents don't think about is how you can use loan products to sell real estate, right? Most of the time you think a good loan officer is going to know their loan products, they're going to know their guidelines. But if you as a real estate agent also know a little bit about products, then you can help your buyers. So I've thought of 3 different loan products that we can talk about today. One is our Wealth Builder loan program. Another one is our doctor loan program. And then the third one is a loan program that's not specific to people in the film business. However, we are very good at doing loans for people in the film business, and we know how to close those.
Right. So yes, so many times I've had clients saying, well, I need to save a little bit more. I can't get a house because I work in the movie industry. I have periodic employment, or I should qualify for a doctor, but I'm a chiropractor or a pharmacist, and most loans don't apply for me. Or I make high income. I don't have enough savings. These 3 loans are going to give you a way for these people to buy homes. And if you find yourself in this, it's these interesting changes that I want to cover because, like I said, you may think you can't buy a house, but at the end of this episode, I think Jasmine's going to change your mind. So let's talk first, if you don't mind, about the doctor loan, because this has been around for a long time, the doctor loan. And my understanding is doctors have high income, but high student loan debt from medical school. And so a lot of times it's difficult for them to save up for a large amount of down payment, but they've got a high income. And what does a doctor loan provide? And what are some of the recent changes to this doctor loan?
Yeah, so so with going to school for a really long time also comes a lot of student loan debt, right? And so it's not uncommon to see people with $200,000 or $300,000 in student loans by the time they're done. And so if you have $300,000 worth of student loans that are weighing down your debt to income ratios, right, it's going to be hard to qualify for a home because, maybe the minimum monthly payment on something like that is $1,500, or maybe it's even $3,000 a month, right? So the specific relief that you get with a doctor loan is in the way that we calculate your debt to income ratios, meaning there are specific formulas that we use to minimize the impact of that couple $100,000 worth of student loans. So instead of hitting your debt to income ratios with $3,000 a month for student loans on top of a housing payment, there's a formula that allows you to only use a couple $100 a month or so for the student loans, even though the loan amount is on those is really big. And then the other part that's really good is that you can get 100% financing on doctor loans. So like you mentioned, it's open to chiropractors, medical fellows, pharmacists, veterinarian, psychiatrists, right? So the loan allows you to really cater to a lot of people in the field. And 100% loans will, if you have a 720 credit score, you can get up to $1 million with 100% loan to value, meaning you don't have to put a down payment. You're probably still going to need, in this market, you're probably still going to need, about 3% for your closing costs, but at least you won't have to have that on top of, say, on $1 million loan. Easily some people would expect that they would have to put 20% down on something like that. So that's really, really, really good. And then if you would need to go up to $1.5 million, you would need to have a 5% down payment on the doctor loan. So, and another advantage, so there's one more thing with the doctor loan, is that the loan does not have any mortgage insurance. So you basically have no PMI, you're getting 100% financing, and you're getting the benefit of the, just overall 100% financing and low down payment and low student loan monthly payments that we calculate against you. So then the second loan program that I really, really like, that's
wait. To wrap up the
sorry.
doctor loan before we move on to the second
Okay.
one. Before, pharmacists, from what I understand, were excluded from doctor
Mhm.
loan, and chiropractors, and there was some other sort of medical fields that now are added and allowed to use this doctor loan. Is that accurate?
Yes, this is a new doctor loan that we have. We literally have 3 different types of doctor loans, right? So just depending on who you are and how much we're looking for, as there's different ways we're going to qualify, but we have 3 potential options, 3 different doctor loans, and the newest one is the one that includes all these other. The chiropractors and psychologists and everybody else. So it's a good one, and that's the one that goes up to $1 million. Previously, the doctor loan stopped 100% financing stopped at 750, and now it's up to $1 million. So.
Okay, so there you go. Those doctors in your life, where you are, you can actually go buy a house now, even though you feel like you maybe not have the savings for a down payment. There's loan products specifically for you, and this exists because so many people are in this position after going through the medical field. And do nurses apply for this? Is this something a nurse? No, not a nurse. Okay.
Unfortunately, no. We have a different loan program that we can do for nurses, and maybe that's a topic for a different day. But we do have a loan program that's for nurses. The caveat with that one is that it does require a pretty good credit score. It requires, I believe, it's a 720 credit score that we need. And we can do 1% down on those.
For nurses?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So I love that these profession-based loans, because you don't get this information, these very specific niches. And the more you know about these profession-based loans, obviously the more products are that, more tools in your tool belt, whether you're a real estate agent or a home buyer yourself. Now this wasn't on the agenda, but are there school teacher based loans?
Yes. So there's 2 types of loans that we have. One is called our community experts, and then there is our community heroes. And so there is a different, so your community heroes are going to be like private and public educational institutions, firefighters, assisted living facilities, people that work in different home health agencies, of course, nurses, EMTs, I think that even active and former military personnel can qualify for that one. And so the Community Heroes program requires a slightly higher credit score, which is that 720 as our credit score, but you can do a 1% down payment. And then there is the Community Experts, which is an interesting one, which basically is 100% loan for accountants, CFAs, PhDs, architects, even certified mortgage bankers.
Nice.
We're going to give ourselves 100% loan because we're special. And then there is like a whole list of different actuaries with different designations like FCAS and AIS and FSAs, and there's like a lot of actuaries that qualify for the community expert loans. So those are some of the ones that we have that are specifically like professional, geared towards different professionals. And really the main advantage to these loans is the lower down payment, as long as we have a good credit score.
So if you're a real estate agent, obviously understanding these niches, and then becoming an expert in this niche, and then marketing this niche, right?
Yeah.
Send to schools, the school teacher loan, or firefighters, fire station. Let them, people don't know that these loan specific products are out there to help them buy a house, and they have advantages when all they do is think about that they're at a disadvantage because they don't have a high salary, or they've got, too many medical loan or school debts, or whatever their situation is. There's probably a loan product out there that both parties are not aware about. That's why I love checking in with you, Jasmine, and always hearing about these products out there, because I don't like taking no for an answer when someone says they can't buy a house. And I
figure it out.
That's not what Jasmine says. Yeah.
Well, I mean, some of the stuff that we have done, is like literally like we would grab a couple real estate agents and go buy some energy drinks and go to the fire stations and drop off flyers and talk to the firefighters. Same thing. We've done schools. We would go to the teachers' lounge with our little flyers and bring, breakfast for all the teachers in the morning and just talk to them about buying a home. So that's one way that if you're a real estate agent listening to this is one way that you can literally use the loan program to go out and prospect and find people in schools or in the fire stations, or, talk to accountants, start picking up the phone, all kinds of interesting ideas that you can come up with to use the loan programs to get your foot in the door with people that need help buying homes.
Yeah, I love this. Okay, moving on. I love the name of this loan, Wealth Builder Loan.
Wealth Builder. I like that one a lot as well. So what's cool about the Wealth Builder loan program is that you don't have to have any specific professional designation to qualify for this loan. It is a 100% loan with a 700 credit score. You can get 100% financing with a maximum loan amount of $975,000. So basically you can, again, get into a home with 100% loan. You're still going to probably need to pay your own closing costs in this market. However, it's specifically made for people that have high income, but don't have a lot of money saved up, because the amortization of this loan is a 20-year loan. It's not a 30-year loan. It's a 20-year loan. And that is what makes it the Wealth Builder loan, because you are essentially you're building equity that much faster because you're on a 20-year amortization. This is why the higher income piece comes into play, because if you have, if your income is low and you can't afford the slightly higher mortgage payment, then you're going to need a 3% down payment and go with a traditional, conventional 3% down 30-year loan. But here you could get a 100% loan on a 20-year amortization, and that's our Wealth Builder program.
Yeah, and it's important note to repeat this, that it's not a larger mortgage payment because you're penalized by any means. It's because it's spread out over 20 years rather than 30 years. So you have a shorter time frame, you're building up equity, you're paying off that mortgage in 20 years instead of 30 years. So in order to do that, your payments are slightly higher.
Yeah.
Minimum credit score is 650, I believe.
No, so 700 is the minimum for up to $975,000 loan amount. We can go up to $650,000 loan amount with a 680 credit score.
Oh, 680. Okay. And anyone can use this, or is
Anyone can use it. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Anyone can use it.
And what's
It's
the down payment you get on this again?
100% loan, 100%.
100% down.
Mhm.
Don't even have to be a doctor.
Nope.
And you could just be a podcaster who
Yep.
lives on likes and comments, as long as they have the income to cover it. Okay.
This is a TikToker special.
Yeah. Your influencer loan, the social influencer loan.
Influencer loan. Yeah, let's call it that. If you're great at living your life.
Yeah. Okay. And then let's cover the movie industry loan is what we call this, but
Yeah.
really it's if you have sporadic employment, is that sort of who this product
Yeah,
is for?
so one of the things that happen, when here in Atlanta, the film industry is thriving right now. But back in the day when we first started seeing people coming in, I had one of our first clients literally came in, and I kid you not, he had like 48 different 1099s and W-2s over a 2-year period. And I took his income and I went to my underwriting manager and I said, okay, I am going to cry if you make me call 48 different places to verify his employment. We've got to figure out a streamlined way to approve people that are in this business. There's more and more people in Atlanta that have, the movie business. People are coming in, and we got to figure out a way to how to underwrite them and not make people like want to cry. So we have gotten really good and efficient at underwriting people that are in the movie business. We know all the unions. We have contacts at all the cast and crew, entertainment partners, all the places where we need to track down their income, and we have gotten really good and efficient at it, and do actually a lot of business through the film industry. So if you're looking for somebody that's not going to turn you down just because your income does not look like it normally does for most people, give us a shout. We got your back.
And to reach you, you can go to jasminemortgageteam.com or follow you on all your social media. Congrats on your fast rising social media presence and followers at Jasmine Mortgage Team.
Yes. It's super fun. We have been having a lot of fun interacting with everybody through our social media channels lately. And absolutely. DM us, text us, call us. We're here. Glad to help you think through whether you're an agent or, borrower looking for ideas on how to buy your first home. We're here.
Okay. Well, thank you. Anything else you want to mention on these loans or interest? How long? Maybe I've got one last question before you leave. How often do these products change and evolve? Is this like how often should someone, an agent checking in with you, or home buyer checking in with you, or vice versa on this?
I mean, there's a lot of loan products that we used to have that we don't. Once the pandemic hit, things kind of shrunk. The pool went away of some of the down payment assistance kind of things that we used to have, 100% loans. Some of them went away. There's things that come out all the time, and guidelines change literally, way too often. But I think that we're always trying to keep people informed and updated on new loan products as they roll out. But I don't see them going away anytime soon.
All right. Well, thank you, Jasmine Grenetton, my co-host on the Agent Upgrade, a frequent guest and sponsor of the House of AC. You've been a huge part of my success, providing me money on all my crazy ideas and real estate ventures. So I like to share your services and recommend your services to my audience as well.
I love it.
Thank you so much for all that you've done for me.
Of course. Thank you so much, Alan. It's been a pleasure.
All right.
Talk
Bye,
soon.
guys.